So, do you ever, out of nowhere, have two hyperfixations for no reason at all? Hello, everyone. My name is Carnide, and today, welcome to how far would Deltarune characters get in Squid Game? This make no sense. So let's get into it. Quite possibly the most random video idea I've ever had. Cause I watched Squid Game taking a break. I played Deltarune taking a break. Maybe I enjoyed the break. Let's just do this before I give up on everything again. Okay, Alphys. Honestly, I think she would figure out, be quick-witted, uh, get past the red light. She would probably cheat ahead of time, know the honeycomb, and then die in the riot. That just makes sense. Ambulances, cannon-bodied character gets killed at honeycombs. Honestly, I think the dog definitely is one of the VIPs. Either that or he straight up wins the game. But he's definitely watching in the shadows the entire time. Asgore. I think he's a pretty smart dude. He's pretty strong. He'd get past the riot. Probably get past tug of war. But he's very good natured and would 100% get killed in the marble game. Birdly, he's one of those people online saying he's gonna win. If I was in the Squid Game, I would win. He dies on red light. I'm sorry, I don't make up the rules. Bloxer gets past honeycomb, gets past riot, makes through tug of war, dies in marbles. But if he got past marbles, he would die in stepping zones. At least he put up a good fight. Little checker boy, he would get to honeycomb. He would get to honeycomb and would die. He would eat the cookie. This guy, yeah, he's a VIP. He watches everything happen. Okay, I think this guy dies on red light. This person, I think they die in the riot. Cannon fodder character. Caterpillar, I definitely say, good chance. Has no limbs. Does not make it past tug of war. For having like wings, might make it past tug of war. Doesn't make it past the marbles. Dies in red light. He's a smart dude. Knows what happens in red light. Goes past honeycomb. Barely survives the riot. Just barely hits tug of war. Gets to the marbles. Dies in the stepping stones. Hathy dies on honeycombs. Jebel, I think, honestly, Jebel would be very chaotic. Definitely get past the riot. He has a large amount of physical strength. He probably would get past tug of war, get past the marbles, and because of his chaotic energy, he may even get past stepping stones. Though it's up for debate if he would win the game, but he would definitely make it to the final stage. This guy, he cheats his way, gets past red light, gets past honeycomb, but he can't get past tug of war and dies. Baby dies on red light. King honestly has a really good chance. Gets past red light, obviously. He has always having his tongue sticking out. Yeah, he get past honeycombs. 100% will be the one who starts the riot. Gets past tug of war, obviously. Manipulates his way past marbles. And probably because of his only pure strength would die on stepping stones. Poetic end. Honestly, main character wins the entire game. Or gets to the last stage. That's just what happens. Lancer would get past red light. I'm sorry, but he would just eat the entire cookie in one bite. Like a comically large bite. It would be really funny, but also kind of sad. The hammer smashes the cookie. The mouse, the mouse makes its way past red light, gets to the honeycomb, dies in the riot, gets stepped on, tragic. Dies in red light. Cannon fodder, dies in red light. Actually, he would manage to get past red light. Honeycomb. He stays alone, lives the riot, dies in tug of war. No, Noelle is really good natured. She's pretty smart, gets past red light, figure out a way to get past honeycomb. We group up, get past the riot. With the group, get past tug of war. But yeah, she probably would be manipulated and die on marbles. Pink guy, purple dies in the riot. Pawnman would at least get past to the honeycombs. Actually, let me swap. This guy, love him. He would get past honeycombs. Riot. No, he would eat the cookie with Lancer. Yeah, they both eat the cookie. The queen would definitely be one of the VIPs who are watching and setting up the game for enjoyment. Bunny does not live. He actually managed to get past the games, dies on tug of war. Ronsley is very good natured, but is smart enough to at least not be manipulated and get through marbles. But he dies on stepping stones. I think Rook's he's a pushover, gets past red light, barely. Manages his way to get through honeycomb. Groups up with the strongest person in the room, get past the riot. Does the same way to get past tug of war. Marbles barely wins because he grouped up with someone weak because nobody wanted to be in his group. And he just barely gets the Squid Game, immediately gets killed. Immediately. Like, just right after he joins. I think he has a good shot at dying at the second game. Noelle's dad wouldn't even make it. He just dies on the spot. Really tragic. Sean, I think he has a good chance. At least get a tug of war. I think he would get to the stepping stones, part of the finalist, but would not get much farther. Afterward, the big shot himself, I think, he would weasel his way past red light. Probably use some other schmuck strategy to get past honeycomb. The riot would fend for himself, barely survive to the next day. Tug of war would group up with, the strong guys group. Gets to the marbles through manipulation. Makes past this. Actually, this is the part where he probably would die. Because it's so luck oriented and he's just not a lucky guy. He would probably die. The original Starwalker. He basically, him and his partner created the games. They were the sole founders. He may look innocent on the outside, but inside, he only has a thirst for violence and vengeance. A brutal man. Truly disgusting. Susie, pushes someone over on red light for the fun of it. Makes it past honeycomb, but is distraught over Lancer's sad demise. Also helps to start the riot. Kills a lot of people. Wins tug of war, obviously. I gotta say, she would be group up with Noelle and have to kill her, which would probably be really sad. Yeah, get past the stepping stones, probably push someone. I think she definitely has a good shot at making it to the last game, but I don't know if she would win. The Swatch guy, make it past red light, get to honeycomb, riot, groups up, gets past tug of war. Well, one of these guys, use him, he dies, manipulated. These guys, they're his men. They don't even make it past tug of war. Well, actually they do, but yeah, he kills them. This guy, he's alpha male leader. He has his own small group, but his group is weak. Only gets to tug of war. This guy, loser. He only gets the honeycomb. This guy, my man. His friend dies. Makes it to stepping stones. Then he dies. Kind of sad. It's a cat. They die. Task manager. They see the cat die, emotionally distraught. They die. The Mama Amoeba guy. So what he does, right, is he really appreciates the honeycombs, and he appreciates them for the entirety of the game, leading to him dying. Toriel, I think she has a pretty good shot. She gets past red light pretty easily. She makes it to honeycombs. As a baker, she would probably get past it also pretty easily. She would really have to fend for herself for the riot, but she would probably make it past. Tug of war would be really hard, but I think she has a good shot at making it. The marbles, she would kill Asgore, like just kill him. Make it to the stepping stones, and then get to the game itself. Honestly, she has a pretty good shot at winning, but probably wouldn't be able to kill Chris. Next up, this guy, Cannon Farter, dies first round. This guy, he's big and he's tough. So he gets past first round, gets past the honeycombs. He helps start the riot, gets past tug of war, dies on marbles. And then there's the old man who no one expects. A kind old man who joyfully makes it past red light. Even after seeing people die, he still makes it past with a smile. He knows to pick the easiest shape of honeycombs, which is really lucky, but everyone loves Newbert. So they stay with him, team with him. Though people did not notice, Newbert did help to take a couple lives in the riot. Though nobody knows, and everyone loves Newbert. In the tug of war, Newbert, without any limbs, picked the strongest team possible. Didn't even go with his friends, went straight to the strongest team. But his friends didn't mind, because everyone loves Newbert. When he went to the marble game, he knew what had to be done and took another's life. How he did it was quite simple. He said that if you don't give me all your marbles, you would kill Newbert, and that would be bad, because everybody loves Newbert. Then he makes it to stepping stones, and for some weird reason, he knows to pick the last vest and makes it miraculously to the final game, and not a single person can bring themselves to kill Newbert because everyone loves Newbert. And in reality, the original Starwalker's only partner was Newbert. So that's the list. And honestly, I think my choices were pretty good. If I had to change anything, I probably think Spamton would make it to the final game, but then he would die. But would be a good final antagonist. But I feel like I'm forgetting something. Like, all the characters here, but like, someone's missing. And I don't know who it is.